Are you vaping it? What does it taste like?
Mint. Do you want to try it?
Is it tobacco?
No, there's no tobacco in it.
Just air?
I mean, there's like some sort of liquid that turns into...
Is it marijuana?
No, it's nicotine.
Why didn't we get marijuana?
I have marijuana upstairs in gummy form, if you'd like.
Damn, dude, you're a badass now.
It's nice.
You want some THC gummies?
Not yet. It'll put me to sleep. No, I don't want any THC.
I got a different variety. So the ones I was getting before are called Deep Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And they will make you fucking tired. But this one, they're called High Energy.
It keeps you up?
I haven't tried them yet.
We should have told us that 10 minutes ago.
They're only 2 milligrams. Bone's probably knocking out a 20 or something.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Do you want all this left on the recorder?
I don't give a shit.
You doing drugs? I wonder if it's hollow because I was standing up by that.
Hollow like Hollow Man?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, Bones sounded like Hollow Man.
I can see through his dick.
Horny. Super smart and shit in the Twinkies. I'm the first person to put certain colors in a certain sequence.
Blue, then red, then green,
Fucking
then
genius.
blue again.
Speaking of sequences, how about the third?
There's no 3.
But this is the third.
Installment, yes, but there's no 3 in the title.
There's 3 of us.
It was a soft relaunch of the
person.
franchise.
Live from the Lou. It's 5-day rentals. We're talking about Poison Ivy, the new Seduction. I'm Laundry Dan. I'm going to take you through this tonight. We are in person. Oh, you want me closer to
Just
this
a little
microphone?
bit closer.
All right. I can't do it alone. 2 guys that I'm not used to seeing their legs, but I'm looking at them. It's Bones and Kron Howard. How are we?
I think we're in the CHAR, not the Lou.
Just stop.
It's in the greater
What?
Lou area.
It's considered the Lou.
Are we not in the CHAR?
I don't know what the fuck that is. We're not in Charlotte, no.
Where are we?
Oh, California. Connecticut?
Where is that?
Connecticut? West.
Far from here.
Far away. But yes, we are here live in person. And we're gonna talk about Poison Ivy, the new Seduction.
I think if you beat the ball machine,
Mm-hmm.
the coordinates of Connecticut are revealed.
That's probably...
That's the tennis mystery.
That's why.
So we'll never know.
Yeah.
But you got to beat it at 100%.
Yeah.
And then once you do, a little compartment opens up. If you got to hit the keys on the piano, and then it opens up.
And that reveals an old style circuit breaker fuse
Yeah.
that you have to put in.
Are you sure you didn't take one of those gummies?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be tomorrow. I'm going to eat the whole pack.
I'm going to keep control of your ass. Guys, is this the first time you've ever watched this direct-to-video erotic thriller from 1997?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to think of if I would call this erotic or thrilling.
Drama?
Yeah.
It's erotic.
It's more like a quasi-erotic drama. I don't know if I was ever thrilled.
I don't know. There's some pretty good, like, for instance.
There's that one time where the lady makes a pretty quick U-turn in a Toyota 4Runner.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Yeah. And this is in the era where they were notoriously flipping over. If those had been Firestone tires, she would have been fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lots of people get fucked in this movie.
Oh, pool boy.
Directed by Kurt Voss.
A dad.
What else did he do?
And a cokehead.
Not much.
I think we should explain the energy.
Well, it's about 11 p.m.
Yeah, Dan said we're live from the CHAR.
No, dude. We are live.
And if you don't know what that means,
Fuck you.
Neither do we.
Fuck
if you have to ask, you'll never know. You'll never know.
All right, welcome to the box set. It's Poison Ivy. It's the new Seduction. It's what you've all been waiting for. Guys, where are we? Are we back on track? I think we're back on track.
We're still in the CHAR, dude.
We're back on track in this box set, Kron. We've moved on from where we are.
Oh, I think we've deviated from the trajectory that I was enjoying.
I think we're sadly back into Poison Ivy 1 territory.
Which is the correct lane to be in. Fuck 2.
2 lifted the spirits of the franchise, and now we've just returned. This is a retread of Poison Ivy 1.
I'm throwing in, give me a ranking right now. I want a mid-season rank.
Bones?
I think we did 3.5.
What?
What?
Right, we did
No.
3.5.
Oh, I think Dan wants you to rank
I want
these
you to
three
rank
movies.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, 2, 3, 1.
3, 1, 2, baby.
That's crazy, dude. 2 is the best.
Get the fuck out of here, 2. She didn't even say it in this one. That girl, Lily, never came up.
Kron, this goes back to the conversation in the truck earlier about him not enjoying joy.
Yeah.
2 is the most joyful of the 3.
Nobody enjoyed Joy in this movie.
No, Joy sucks in this one.
She should have got killed.
Can't even beat level 14 on the fucking...
She can't beat a fucking ball machine.
Yeah. And she never got naked.
Somebody's has to be innocent.
It could have been the maid. She never got naked either.
You wanted to see that?
It should have been one or the other.
Yeah, if you're going to be erotic, live up to it.
I think the maid had
Get
one
the-
and another hanging.
No. The first maid shows her shit. Her boobs.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first maid is the one banging the pool boy.
Oh, I thought you meant from the first movie.
And she gets instantly naked in this film.
I was upset in the first one that she didn't kill the maid, I thought. I don't remember. That was 20 years ago.
Oh, she,
She's like,
fucking
it's the
Darlene fucks with the cappuccino machine and makes a mess, and that poor maid has to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's her job.
Yeah. What we should, I know you're going to lead us through this. I think we should tell people that we've literally just finished watching this.
Yeah, we watched it and now we're doing a show on it. It's not working.
We just watched it together. We made a lot of jokes throughout, so who knows how much of this plot really sunk in.
I tried to remember every one of Kron's jokes so I could just get them out ASAP.
I think Ball Machine
Was a good running bit.
came through the most. Kron made a good Vietnam joke.
Yep.
He's just shaking his head and agreeing with everything we say.
Winners know they're good, dude.
Fuck off.
So people aren't getting the 2 usual watches. We're not coming to this fresh and no, we are coming to this fresh. This isn't lived with for a week.
Yeah, these reactions are right off the dome.
So I think tomorrow, post 2 milligram weed gummy, Dan's going to be like, you guys were right.
Mm-hmm.
Poison Ivy 2 is the best of this franchise so far.
We got one more to go. You still think 2 is better than 3?
I think I think 2 is so much better than 1 and 3 that it's not even competing in the same sport. How much better I think 2 is than either of these other ones.
Kurt Voss just came in here. A man came in here and perfected Poison Ivy.
I will agree he did a better Poison Ivy 1.
So you're telling me that this is just a redo of Poison Ivy 1?
Pretty much.
I think it builds on the foundation of it. I will say that this movie does have positives. For sure.
I can think of 2.
I think the way that it folds the first one in is better than how the second one softly does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we still don't know how she went to college. Well, she did go to college. We know that. And 2.
3 just confirmed that she died.
Yeah, she jumped out a window, but that was after college.
Well, and that's Ivy 1.
Yeah. So after college.
That's not Ivy Lily.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that in 3 she's trying to get into an Ivy League school? I didn't even think of that. Fucking Kurt Voss, dude.
That's the type of reflection you only get when you record 45 minutes after finishing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy, I mean, maybe you should call him Kurt Vossiget. He's so clever.
Fucking with time and stuff. I bet he's obsessed with Dresden. Oh, it got bombed.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
His jokes are all just a slaughterhouse.
So by the timeline so far, as to where I understand it, is that Lily. No, fuck Lily right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Ivy and Violet
are sisters.
Mm-hmm.
After they get kicked out of the house that they live in, because their mother, who is engaged in an affair with the owner of the house, is caught fucking the pool boy. And then
Mr. Greer,
when he catches them fucking in their fight, the mother of the home overhears them talking that they've been having an affair.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kicked out.
That's in 1985, yes.
That's in 1985. So 8 years later, Ivy goes to the fucking Pacific Northwest
mm-hmm.
after already going to college in Los Angeles, and then pretends to be a high school student.
Yeah, I guess.
Did we have a date for when Poison Ivy 1 happened?
Well, she was presumably high school age, and
we don't know that, though. She's a grifter, dude.
I mean, they lie. She's at least... we can say definitively she's not 38 when the movie takes place, right? Like, she's somewhere between 16 and 22. Let's say 22.
I don't... To be fair, I also understand that the Poison Ivy franchise doesn't need to be dissected the way the Lost timeline has been dissected. Like,
I think it does.
Who gives a shit? I just need you. But you understand how ridiculous that is, though, that we're supposed to believe.
Believe what?
Do you like that element that she was older than a high school girl in the first one?
I think we don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We don't know her real name.
That's true.
Who?
I mean,
Ivy?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that was confirmed.
It's confirmed in 3 that she's Ivy and Violet.
Yeah, but that...
Darlene says your name is Ivy.
So are we then presuming that Darlene just happens to guess the right name?
Yes.
That's what it seems like.
It's a little far-fetched.
Stranger things have happened, Kron.
No, that happens in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're right. Yeah, it has happened by the time.
But then also before all of that, she went to college and hid a bunch of pictures in a closet somewhere.
Pictures of her sister.
That is a true statement, because yes, it's your sister. I'm more confused than you guys are.
And then her sister, in this movie,
Violet,
goes back to the home
where it all began. The Greer's house.
Mm-hmm. To enact revenge.
With some dolls.
Did you like that at least, Kron?
That you had dolls and revenge in this.
I mean, it's okay. It's better than one. I mean, it's just weird. It's weird that both the sisters go on separate sexually charged
journeys?
Sure, journeys. That'd be a fine way to say it. I mean, is this all they talked about from the ages of 9 to...
What else are you supposed to talk about when you're having tea?
I don't know.
So Violet dreamed of revenge, and Ivy just dreamed of fulfillment.
Of, I think, ruining other people's lives.
Grifters, dude.
Yeah. But it does, I mean, it seems interesting that she would have targeted a rich person, a rich dude with a dead or dying wife.
Yeah. That she could bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like both the sisters are super hung up on old dudes. Because I guess...
It do be like that, though.
An old dude ruined their life. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... I don't know. It's just why one sister couldn't go just have a nice life.
What's more controlling than...
Old white guy?
Lust. Controlling somebody's lust.
Probably controlling their thoughts.
Yes.
Controlling their estate.
That's the rule.
Holding your DNR.
That's the franchise rule of the franchise of Poison Ivy. You have to go in and take over a family. That's what this is all about, guys. This is the rules were set up in one.
And maybe, but I think maybe that's why I like Lily the most is that she
didn't do anything.
She does it to a point and then realizes like, oh, this is wrong. I'm a good person.
That's the story you guys want. Lily now is married to the weird dude who just puts trash together in a yard. And they got like 2 kids. They drive a Honda Sonata.
No, he's still a motorcycle man.
No.
He's got a sidecar.
He got pushed off the road one evening, got rid of it. He's like, nope, it's not worth it.
That's good for them, though.
That's the story you want.
She flew just close enough to the sun. Lily did.
But for sure, Motorcycle Boy, even though he doesn't have a motorcycle, he has a watch for motorcycles bumper sticker on the Honda. He's still like with them in spirit.
Yeah, it's like a 3 feet arrow.
We got a lot to talk about tomorrow with something you're bringing. Just so you know that's coming.
No, I it sticks out like a sore fucking thumb.
Tell me that it's not inspirational, my ass. I don't know why you want all this heartfelt fucking happy endings in Poison Ivy. This is a season of sleaze. And this is the sleaziest one we've had, and you two are complaining about it.
But what is sleaze without a little bit of positivity, right? If everything is sleaze, nothing is sleazy.
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, it might have the most nudity.
It's got dominatrix. It's got champagne, licking champagne off of each other.
I feel
It's
like
got neck kisses.
I feel like sleaze, though, is like kind of makes you feel gross. This I felt just fine watching all of this.
We get a total of 3 naked women in 2, though, right? We get the lady he's boning in the beginning. Mm-hmm. We get the
weird dance
the
girl.
model, and Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the model?
In the art class.
No, you get the weird dance girl, too, in the apartment. Remember? Because she opens up the...
Yeah, through the Kramer reverse peephole.
Yeah, because she's banging somebody.
Okay, so 4.
I don't know if you see her... I mean, is that just like shots of close-ups of skin?
No, you can see a little bit. This isn't about 2, though. This is 3.
Well, some things are so good, they leave just a heavy wake.
Anyway, yes. Lily... Or not Lily. God damn it. The Greers are the family. In 1985, Violet and Ivy's mother is the maid. You get caught banging. She comes back in 1996.
So the mom is a maid.
You are vindicated.
Finally. You knew it would happen one of these days.
You see, it's... Sometimes moms are maids, and sometimes they're... It's like, when do you say when? You know?
How many times did Maid in Manhattan appear, like, on your possibilities list?
If Darlene can be correct about picking Ivy's name,
mm-hmm.
the odds are much better that you would identify that a mom is a maid, right?
I just think we should point out that the mom is a maid in this movie.
And I believe during the movie you said, not all maids are moms, but all moms are maids.
Yeah.
That's a horrible statement.
Why?
I think you said all real moms are maids.
Mm-hmm.
I want
And
you
you
to,
pulled out a Bible passage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to go home and call your mom a maid.
Call my mom a maid?
Yeah.
I think I could do it in just like a... Like if I just did like a, hey maid, how's it going?
How you're working through this.
I think she'd just move right past it. But I think I could slip one into a conversation.
I think it'll hurt her later when you're not around.
No, I think I could do it. Even if she said, did you say maid? I would say no.
No, man.
That's
I said
crazy.
No, mate.
Yeah.
No, mate.
No.
Now vacuum the floor, mate.
Yeah.
Where's my sandwich? All right. In 1996, Catherine Greer has passed away. And Violet, who is now a beautiful young woman, returns to the Greer home and reunites with her best friend, Joy. This was the girl that they were having tea time with.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
What's that from?
That's a Toy Story.
2 or 3?
Another Pixar reference.
It's fucking Toy Story.
It's incredible.
All right. Violet is looking for summertime.
Toy Story is to Cars as Poison Ivy 2 is to Poison Ivy 3.
Yeah, but it's not like you did like there's a snake in my boot. You know, it's not like I say Miss Nesbit.
That's a funny buzz sequence,
this
though.
Is a deep pull.
Yeah.
You didn't go see Toy Story as a child?
I saw Toy Story as a child.
She's too busy cleaning. She didn't have time. All right. Violet comes in, basically says, I moved back here. I'm waitressing. I'm going to go to the local junior college. Joy is like, oh, well, I'm going to go to Yale if I can win this Division I tennis tournament that we never see.
Mm-hmm.
All we see is her practicing against a ball machine that always beats her.
Well, and we do know historically that's how elite Ivy League level scholarships are handed out. You have to win some sort of tennis match or badminton tournament or maybe like a swim meet you could get in.
She's got the grades. She's got the money.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the connections. She just needs
the tennis.
No, her daddy just needs to write a letter that saying that she was on the rowing team and she can get in. That always works out. All right. Joy basically says, "You're my estranged best friend. Why don't you just stay with me here?" So that's what they do. Violet starts hanging out with Joy's friends. These are all like Ivy League rich kids. She kind of sticks out.
Well, they kind of put her down though. Like she kind of crashes a party they're having.
I don't think she crashes it. I think she
crashes
was invited.
just in the sense of like she's the outsider that's there.
Yeah, she's wearing jeans instead of like Versace.
Yeah. And they all kind of talk down to her at the party.
Yeah.
Try to make her feel bad.
I'd be talking her up because she's gorgeous. Jamie Presley. One of her early roles here. She does excuse herself from this party. Says she has to work the late shift, which is kind of weird. Afterwards, Michael takes Joy to her room and initiates some foreplay, but he's rejected. As Michael's on his way out, he runs into Violet, who has just returned from work, and she is dressed up in her leather outfit, gentlemen.
I mean, it feels like they tried to make... They never tell you what her job is until the end of the movie. And I guess we should have... Like, I should have been able to guess it, but it's a weird job.
You didn't assume what she was? She had a pager, bro.
She had a pager. She has a bag full of, like, ball gags and handcuffs and weird shit like that.
Yeah, when you pull out a ball gag, how do you not know what's going on there?
Well, at that point in the movie, though, I think she's already said it. But at the beginning, it's just like, what is this chick doing? And she says she's working at the Denny's.
I think you're just looking for a way to peg my enthusiasm for the new sensation. Seduction.
I don't know if dominatrix is peg.
Why wouldn't they?
Who would if they're not?
Yeah. Who else are you paying to put a plastic wiener in your ass?
Well, I never had to pay for it.
Wife does it for free.
I think a dominatrix would peg you. I think that's kind of why. If they're tying you up.
Do you think you have to be a real bad boy?
I don't
or is
think
that just basic bad boy stuff?
Do you have to ask for that, or do they just do it? Even if you don't want it.
I think they do whatever they want until you say fucking
baloney.
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny how we both had 2 B words as our safe words.
Well,
yeah, yours involves meat.
Well, you guys go to the same spot, right?
Same lady.
Yeah.
Jazz. Shout out. Love you, girl.
She would hate that.
Kind of blowing up her spot right now, dude.
Oh, no, I just meant the show of affection.
Mm.
I'm going to get so hurt the next time I
Somebody's
see
going
her.
to get pegged extra hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a black eye.
She's going to hit you in the face with it?
All right, Michael questions Violet about her waitress job. She brushes it off. These two get into some oral sex because Michael is sexually frustrated.
I've gotten into some oral sex before.
Yeah, how big was
You've gotten into some oral
Yeah,
sex?
I've gotten into it.
You just tripped into it?
Yeah. It just,
Do you like it?
one thing leads to another, you know? Yeah, I like it.
You said that the way somebody says, like, oh, fuck, I got into some poison ivy in my backyard.
Yeah.
I got into some oral sex.
I've gotten into some oral sex before.
Where?
I don't kiss and tell.
Have
Dude.
you ever gotten out of it, though?
Not willingly.
I mean, that smile, who can resist it?
I mean,
All right, Violet's obsession with Joy motivates her to destroy all of her other relationships. Her tennis player partner Jamie comes over to practice. Violet decides to spike the fuck out of their drinks.
She was one of the people at the party that was particularly rude to her. Yeah.
Yeah. Violet then places Jamie in her bed, handcuffs her, undress, and curls up with her. Jamie wakes up, convinced that something happened between Violet and herself, and Violet then says, Joy's on her way.
I think, yeah, she's like, Joy's on her way back. Don't go yet. And then she gets real freaked out and leaves. She does leave with the handcuffs on, and we never see how that gets resolved.
I bet she was horrible driving.
Mm-hmm. You could probably drive. Well, it'd be tough.
If it's an automatic, you're fine.
Yeah.
Michael is Violet's next target. After once again getting rejected by Joy, Violet finds him sulking by the pool. She convinces him that the real reason Joy rejects his sexual advances is because she's unfaithful.
Yeah. Well, and he's not doing enough cocaine.
Violet then gives him a small bottle of cocaine.
Yeah.
To reignite his former addiction.
Yeah, they allude to him being a recovered
cokehead.
Yeah.
Is coke the easiest one to get off of?
You run out of money.
I may be wrong. It's my understanding that cocaine, there's no chemical addiction. It is a feeling addiction. Like, it doesn't have the same effect that, like, nicotine or heroin do. That may be talking out of my ass, but I believe that that's kind of why people can party and then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go to work.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing cocaine, guys.
Well, I think it's kind of like, you know, you can do a little coke on Friday, Saturday, and then be a fine, upstanding citizen Sunday through.
It wouldn't be the first wrong thing I've said on this show, but
I don't know. I mean, I've never done it, so I don't really know the jolt you get off coke.
Yeah, I've never met anybody that's admitted to doing it.
Losers. We're in the loo. We can make some calls.
Oh, we're in the CHAR.
We're in the CHAR, bro.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Heat it up. We're in the CHAR.
Why do you have to ruin everything?
What? We're in the CHAR.
We weren't technically in Nashville the last time.
Yes, we were.
No, we weren't. We were in the fucking suburbs.
We were in the city. My address, the address that you were right up the street from, is Nashville, Tennessee.
You live in Gatlinburg.
No, that's way fucking far away, dude.
Thank you to Dollywood for supporting the show tonight. Please type in 5DR, get 10% off those season passes.
But right now, I mean, if you were to write the address of this location, it would be the CHAR.
Nobody fucking calls it that.
Oh, we're calling it that.
They will now.
It's catching on.
You don't think I'll fucking goddamn ask tomorrow somebody randomly?
You can.
I will.
They actually call it the Chuck. So
what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's even worse. I'd rather have the CHAR.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Okay,
but the
good.
fact that you said that it's worse hurts my feelings.
The Chuck.
I thought the Chuck.
Charles Chuck. We're going to the Chucky, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Violet convinces fucking what's his name? Michael. That Joy's basically been unfaithful to him and basically gives him cocaine again, and Michael was an addict. They have sex. This is champagne down the body. I just don't think a college-bound man could perform like that.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I didn't graduate college. Never mind. Your theory holds true.
I'm still performing like that.
Who's mopping up the champagne afterwards?
The mom?
Mate.
That's what the tongue's for, baby.
It's a $7 bottle. I'm wasting that shit.
Are you sure you didn't take some of that THC yet?
Yeah.
It's a stupid idea. All right, Ivan's next on our list. Violet Skinny Dips. He watches. I think this is out of order.
No, there are multiple skinny dips. So
Mm-hmm. I think this one is the second one, though. She skinny dips earlier for the dad to watch. She got like a gold thong on in the first one. And I liked that look. I thought that was a good look.
I didn't hate it.
Violet is wearing Joy's dead mother's clothing.
See, again, this is Ivy 1 retreading. You're putting on the dead mom's clothes. You're assuming the life. You're weaseling your way into the father's bedroom. It's all just kind of like, haven't we done this before already in this series? At least Lily was giving you something different.
There are rules, Kron. You can't just break rules, okay?
Okay.
This one adheres to them so much that they don't leave the house for 95% of the movie.
That's true. They are just... This is like this could have been a play.
It probably should be.
Probably
we know what your project is this summer.
You gonna make it a musical?
Mine's one man. And the sex scenes are a lot longer.
No, they're not.
That damn ball machine. That ball machine.
I will beat you today.
I've got a ball gag in my mouth.
No, bitch. I don't want no cocaine.
I thought you were doing the ball machine first.
You'll never beat me. You'll never go to Yale.
I am undefeated.
That's half of what I've got, bitch.
I wonder if Kurt Voss is like, does anybody else on set know how to play tennis? No.
You know they had that ball machine for 4 hours, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there just hitting constantly. All right, after Ivan watches Violet Skinny Dip.
They need it back for King Richard.
They're going to say King Ralph. Anybody ever watch that?
No.
Is that like another Pixar thing?
I've never seen King Ralph. I've never seen Matinee either.
I've seen Matinee. To Joe Dante. It always used to come on like USA, and I'd be like, I don't have time for this. Sorry, there's sex scenes going on, so we're pausing and watching.
Well, we're not pausing. You're just hearing gaps
We're
in the audio.
pausing as this podcast.
Listener, if you do watch Poison Ivy 3, make sure you're on the lookout for Jamie Priestley's Merkin, which is... Now, this might just be the unrated version, which is 1 minute longer. But in 2 shots, I would say... Would you say it's more prevalent than that scrotum in Game of Pleasures? Or
No, I think the scrotum...
Freshly shaved scrotum from 1998. You can...
Yeah.
It's the clearest thing you can see in Game of Pleasures.
You get like a little peek of a merkin in this movie. In Game of Pleasure, you see a full ball sack.
I think he was fully inside of that lady.
I think so too.
Because his Where's his other leg?
Well, it's not going to make sense to the listener.
All right, Violet turns her attention to Miss
They haven't made it this far. They stopped this one off.
They turned this one off a while
There's
ago.
been way too much banging. I'm not even sure this thing's recording.
Miss B. She's becoming suspicious of Violet and makes enemies with her while attempting to thwart her schemes.
Thwart?
Thwart?
Like a
Thwart?
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 THWART. Thwart?
You got it. Miss B is the mom from Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker. I think there's another title for that movie, but I can't ever remember it.
She kind of looks like who is Sly Stallone's ex-wife? She married Flava Flav, Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah.
She looks like if Brigitte Nielsen was squished.
She looks like Jason Voorhees' mother.
That's a pretty good comparison.
Just put that fucking sweater on her.
Yeah, she looks like Frog Boy Jason.
Violet later kills Mrs. B for threatening to expose her.
It looked like she scared her to death when you finally get the reveal.
Her eyes are still open after how many days?
What? We don't know.
Yeah.
This is all like a 2-week process, right?
How long is the timeline? Where is Connecticut? There's a lot of unanswered movies. There are questions in this movie.
If you guys ever found like your kids doing cocaine, would you bring it back up to their room and give it to them? Like, what is this? Get rid of it.
You treat it like a pack of cigarettes. You make them snort it all right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Did your parents ever make you guys smoke cigarettes?
No, my parents found my cigarettes.
What'd they do to you?
I think I was just like grounded, and they kept telling me how disappointed they were.
And your mom said she wasn't going to clean your room.
Yeah, she was like,
for a week.
She's like, you got to wear the little outfit.
You can say goodbye to that chocolate on your pillow every night.
You're the maid now.
No more goose towels for you.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? No more goose towels?
What are you talking about?
She folded them.
Hey, you guys are on a whole other... Oh, like the little shape.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like a down towel. Like a goose feather filled towel. I knew when Bones was like, you don't know what he's talking about? I was like, oh, these guys are on a whole other level of wealth that I'm not privy to.
That is not true. We have been exposed to your wealth level tonight.
I told you that first day. Soap and aftershave, and you were like, whoa. Whoa.
Salad.
Listen to money bags over here.
Salad dressing
way
choices.
early, dude.
Yeah, I tried to get us Kin's Ranch.
What are you going to buy next? Newman's Own? Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
Fucking.
I think the Ken's was $3.89, and Dan acted as though it was $9.
It was a glass bottle.
All right. We are here.
In the check.
We're here in the CHAR. We are here. Thursday.
Everybody's like, what are they doing in Charleston, South Carolina?
We're here from Thursday night to Sunday early morning, and Dan tried to buy a family supply.
A 2-liter bottle of ranch.
For, like if you had a family of 12 people, it was that size bottle.
You gotta make your money worth it, man.
We would not eat that much ranch if we lived here for 6 months.
And well, then this is after we stopped you from buying the medium-sized jar of jelly because Dan said, "Well, he'll get stuck taking it home."
Yeah. Dan did not want the jelly, but the ranch, she was like, "Oh man, if someone's covering the cost of that ranch bottle, I will take that." He was going to be here dividing up the provisions with you on Sunday morning.
It's worth the gas money to drive that back home.
Yeah.
My kids can eat on that for 2 weeks.
Do they only eat ranch?
You won't have a dry nugget for a month, dude.
Not at all. Ketchup. Go through that shit like it's THC gummies. All right, Michael seeks out Violet and angrily confronts her after losing his internship at the bank due to drugs. He also did some research, finding out she never enrolled at the local college, as well as her dark history of both her mother and her older sister Ivy, who jumped out a window. We all know the truth. Darlene
After
killed her.
graduating college, going back to high school.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she faked her own death, guys.
I mean,
It cheapens the series, dude.
right, Ivy 5, if you bring it full circle.
What are you hoping for 4?
I hope it's more like 2. I hope we're done with this family of Ivies and whatever this one's name was. Violet.
You don't even respect her.
I want... Well, do we have any guesses on what the next Ivy's name will be?
Let me ask you this.
Orchid.
Chrysanthemum.
Oh.
If you had a choice to date any of the Ivies, which one would you date?
Alyssa Milano, Lily.
Well, I would date Jamie Presley.
Okay, then. Shut the fuck up.
That's not a good criteria.
You gonna ask me?
Okay, which one would you date?
Drew Barrymore, OG, baby.
You would pick Barrymore?
Yeah.
All right.
Because you two are assholes and she'd be hurt.
I don't care. She could go blab about it on her talk show.
From everything I've seen, she would
So
just
she's
move
still
on.
alive then, huh?
She'd get back on that swing, dude.
I just blew up your shit, dude. You admitted it yourself that she's still alive. She has a talk show.
Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring Barrymore back. I bet she'd do it. She's not worked in a few years now.
What would Ivy's talk show be like?
I bought you a pair of cowboy boots. Ride the swing with me.
That would-
Ivy.
I've invited Jimmy Fallon here to wash a car with me.
That would be before the first commercial break. And then when they came back, it would be like, Jimmy Fallon pushed my boots into the swimming pool.
I put Jimmy on rinse duty, and he sprayed my boots with a shower setting.
Now I only have one butte. You gotta respect a bitch that can walk through the woods with one boot. Who's the toughest, Ivy?
Lily.
Physically tough?
Violet.
I would maybe go Ivy 1.
Violet is the most fucked up, right?
Ivy 1 walked out of a car crash and just kept walking.
That's a good call. And still had the strength retained to move Darlene into the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
And not really react when she got her tits groped.
Yeah.
When she probably had 4 or 5 broken ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude, Ivy's a badass.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Well, she's at
yes.
least strong.
Well, I still prefer a softer woman.
If on the back of her Marvel card, her strength would be a 10.
What about stamina?
Her boot ownership would be a 1.
She cannot take care of a pair of boots.
If she only has one boot, so she'd be cyclop, like her boot clops.
Yeah.
One clop.
Mm-hmm.
How many more paragraphs on the Wikipedia plot breakdown do we got?
Michael loses his internship due to drugs that Violet gave him. Okay, we went through all that shit. Michael suggests she pack her shit and leave before he confesses everything to Joy. When they meet up at the house later, Violet tricks him into coming over earlier than planned, telling him Joy actually planned to stand him up to meet with another boy 30 minutes later. Basically, she lied, saying, there's a dude already over there. When Michael arrives at the Greer's house, Violet knocks him unconscious, injects him with a large dose of drugs, which kills him. Joy returns home from a failed tennis match.
And that what we were riffing on here, that she doesn't know how to properly bleed a syringe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they just told her, well, they always flick it in the movie and nobody knows why they actually do that.
Right.
So she's definitely not nursing material.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like she almost stabbed herself.
Yeah, the way she drops the syringe afterwards, like zero sharps control.
Yeah, well, and easily could have just dropped it into her own leg at that point, so.
She's fired.
You think she has, needles and shit in dominatrix? Aren't there sick dudes that are into...
Well,
Albert fishing
your Captain
themselves?
Howdies and stuff?
That'd probably be one that you'd have to ask for. They'll peg you without you asking for it.
I don't want him to peg me.
Well, they're going to, but...
You better have bologna ready to go, dude.
But you're going to have to show up with the needles and be like, hey, jab these into me.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have the needles.
What's the release form situation at an S&M club?
I bet
is that just a tablet? You're just checking 2 boxes and signing, or is that a...
No, I think it's
is
a dump truck sign, we're not responsible for your windshields.
Mm-hmm. I bet a really...
It's total bullshit, by the way.
I bet
if you get it on camera.
You better secure that load.
I bet a dominatrix at the top of her game, the real pros, I bet they make you sign a waiver.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna step on your balls and shit. I mean, it's...
You sound like you went through this process.
Is there a lawyer that's got this boilerplate, figured out this is just your standard S&M
probably
waiver?
I bet a dominatrix went to a lawyer and was like, hey, write me a contract.
I'm about to beat the shit out of some people.
Yeah.
It's a good angle. She does not care at all.
Can't comment on the visuals for...
Yeah, Ivan's going down on Violet right now. We're about to cover it. All right, Joy loses her tennis match against the ball machine.
Mm-hmm. They turned it up to 100. She'd been practicing at 45. It's not fair.
She's also upset that Michael never met her. She gets a call to inform her that Michael's dead from Michael's dad, who seems to be taking it very well. And when she goes to tell her father...
Well, if he's called 12 people by this point.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's probably, I guess, monologuing.
Yeah, you're just trying to knock them out, too.
Yeah.
I got 10 more of these.
This is before the era of a mass group text message.
Mm-hmm. The first call, that took you an hour and a half.
Michael died, syringe emoji.
Mm-hmm. First call was an hour and a half. Second call was 45 minutes. Then you learned, I can get these down to 3.
Yeah.
I can do it in 3 minutes.
Well, I bet he got to the end of the list and was like, I'm done with all the family. And he was like, oh, fuck, he had that girlfriend. That's right.
Was there a missed opportunity for Violet not to fuck with the ball machine and kill somebody with?
Oh, that would have been fun, at least. I mean, that would have been a fun kill.
We got more kill here, though, right? In 3.
Well, the first one only has the one murder, right?
The mom.
She kills the mom, and then Darlene kills her.
Okay. And then
unless Dan's script for 5 goes through.
And then, well, and Lily, dude just kills himself, ultimately, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's a terrible man. Ashley's going to...
It was a damaged artist, dude.
The father? Yeah, I guess he wasn't he?
That's what's so great about, too, is like, as an artist, I really relate to wanting to fuck hot women.
Mm-hmm.
Your art's terrible, though.
I didn't say how good of an artist I was.
I'm just saying.
His art was pretty bad in the movie.
That's
wasn't holding him back.
That's another thing.
Motherfucker had tenure.
With 2 that you guys say is great, and I'm like, no.
Well, we don't know if Violet's actually good at dominatrix work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she has clients, but is that just because of her looks?
She's doing a pretty good job whipping up on Ivan after Joy comes in to tell him that Michael's been dead from drug overdose. And she runs out. After Joy flees to the house, Ivan tells Violet she must leave. She accuses him of repeating the abandonment of her mother, then hides the drugs for Ivan's heart condition and disables the phones. Basically the whole house. As he tries...
She hides his meds? I must have missed that. So basically that man has to take a pill like every 3 hours or his heart explodes.
And it's not in his pocket?
Yeah. And that just, like, the pill resets his heart to good.
I mean, maybe he has some for, like, his work blazers. And just when he's at home, it's at the house.
He also smokes like a chimney. I think if I had to take a pill every 3 hours to make my heart not explode in my chest, I would not smoke.
Or after you smoke your first cigarette of the day, you pop your pill in that open space.
Mm-hmm.
What does smoking have to do with your heart?
It's just you're lucky.
I mean, I don't think it's good for it.
No, it doesn't even go to your heart, dude.
Okay.
It goes in your lungs and your heart, dude.
You're smoking wrong. You're doing it all wrong, dude.
So she disables the whole house, cuts all the power and all this shit. She even takes out the garage door opener. As he tries to drive away, Ivan's trapped in the garage. Once he passes out, Violet turns the car on and fills it up with carbon monoxide. Folks, always check your batteries whenever it's daylight savings time. Unless you're in Arizona.
Spring forward, fall back.
Yeah, that's when you check your batteries for your carbon monoxide and your smoke alarms.
Nah, I just wait till they go off at 3 a.m.
Yeah, me too. And you can't figure out which one it is?
Nope, never.
And you're like, it better not be in the kids' room. Fuck.
Fucking when I finally find the one, dude, I take it down and I fucking smash it. I'm so mad at that point.
Fuck changing the battery. I'm changing the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, I'm changing the safety protocol in this house.
I've went to the fuse box and just turned them off. They're like, yeah, I'll figure that out in the morning.
Mm-hmm. They're all on one fuse?
Yeah, they're connected into the house.
I think mine are all connected together, but I don't think I got a fuse labeled like fire alarms.
I do.
Damn.
That's nice, dude.
Let me hear it.
Mine are just any house I've ever lived in. The fuse box is a mishmash of I mean, you will get some, right? You'll get some that are upstairs bathroom. Okay, I know what that fucking means. But then you'll get some that are like wall plug. And it's like, I got a shitload of walls in this house, man. What does that mean? Why'd you label it that way?
There are some like in-betweeners, like I gotta hit the like outside lights to get the like light when you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? You could have done this one better. / inside door light.
Mm-hmm.
At least I can read them.
We're lucky that these guys can even write at all on these panels.
That's true.
So.
They're so full of like constant shocks. I mean, they just
They're on meth.
like fucking Parkinson's, basically trying to wire your house.
At least where we're at, they're on meth. Angry, Joy decides to return to the house.
Well, the meth brings them down.
I thought the weed brings him down.
I mean, once you've had 12,000 volts course through your body, meth is a come down, dude.
You've never been shocked.
I've grabbed an electric fence before.
When?
My friend in middle school.
You were trying to climb out of a dino enclosure, right?
No. I seriously went to his house. His house was walking distance from my house. It was a bit of a walk, but you could get there. And one day I just went over.
You can walk anywhere.
Well, okay. He
didn't go to Vietnam.
This was a doable walk. One day I got over there and he was just like, "Oh yeah, we put an electric fence around for the dogs or something." I guess one of their dogs kept jumping the fence.
That'll show them.
Yeah. And then I was just like, "Well, what's it like?" And he's like, "I don't know, grab it." I grabbed it. Didn't feel good.
But you survived.
Yeah. But I've been shocked, to answer your question. I mean, that was a bunch of kilojoules going through me.
Bones, have you ever been shocked?
No, I don't think so.
I put a new like light switch in, and it was kind of crooked a little bit, and I went like this to fix it. Stuck my hand in there to kind of push it over. Yeah, that was a terrible idea.
Did you get shocked, or did it just like spark at you?
I was shocked.
Oh, okay.
Like as soon as I put my hand in, I was like, oh shit. It sucked.
My grandfather was an electrician by trade, and he helped my dad like when we redid the deck on the back of their house, and they ran electric for like plugs in the outdoor lights, and he wired it hot. So he ran some stuff and then turned everything back on, and he was like an old school guy, so he knew how to like, oh, I like to wire it hot, so I know blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. And
at one point my dad was like, Wayne, because there were just fucking sparks flying over his head. Wayne, and he's like, it's fine, like just calm and shit, just
I got that fucking thing on there, so I got to do a light or something.
This guy fell off 3 ladders in like the course of like 5 years.
damn, dude.
Like the family had to have an intervention. Like, you have to stop going on ladders. Smoke 3 packs a day.
Was he still working on electricity though? Like even after the ladder thing?
Yeah, but this was like after he had retired, and he was just like doing shit on his own. Like literally every time he went up on his roof in a 5-year span, he fell off the ladder.
Jesus.
All right, guys. Joy returns home. She sees the power's out. She searches around. She discovers Mrs. B's body, which is hilarious. She then runs into Violet, who demands that Joy dress up with her and play like they did when they were children. Violet's plan for them to commit suicide together by drinking poison is revealed. Joy resists, and they begin fighting. Joy briefly gets away and races out of the room to the stairway, shouting for help. Violet resumes her attack, but she is spun around by Joy and begins to lose her balance at the top of the stairs. Joy does grab her pearl necklace, but it does fall apart, and Violet crashes down the stairs.
Mom and Ivy off of a balcony in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Bad artist professor off the rooftop. Undertaker off the cage. Jamie Priestley down the stairs. If Poison Ivy 4 doesn't have a death by height,
Right.
does that rule it out of contention? Like, maybe that's a conversation for afterwards, but like, what in the James Bond type formula that should be expected to carry through? Like, what are some of the foundational things that are required for it to?
Yeah, there's not a lot in Poison Ivy. I mean, I do think Death by Heights is...
Death by heights, finding something in a closet, be it clothes or diaries or letters, like snooping in a room and finding something.
Mm-hmm.
A reference to another Ivy.
Yeah.
Well, and just, generally seducing your enemies. I don't know.
I think that's a number one, right? Yeah, that's seduction.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Well, but that's what you get with Ivies, dude. All the Ivies are going to seduce you and then potentially throw you out of a window.
Till they themselves fall out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What other thing can they fall out of? Bungee jumping gone wrong.
A car.
Out of a tree.
Here, I'll tie
Off a cliff.
I'll tie your bungee cord.
A swing. Trip on their one cowboy boot.
In that Aerosmith video where Alicia Silverstone bungee jumps off the bridge, did you guys think forever that it was connected to her belly button ring that she got earlier in the music video?
Yeah, it's because that belly button ring is very prevalent.
Yeah.
Large.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You have never seen that video?
I don't think so.
I had so many young boners.
If it wasn't on MTV's top 10 most controversial videos of all time, I didn't watch it.
Can we just say if it wasn't Smack My Bitch Up?
Well, there was that one. There was Closer by 9 Inch Nails. There was
Paranoid Android on that?
I don't remember that one.
Went over this before.
Yeah, so
There was
I've been hit in the head.
Jeremy
I'm
Spokane.
shocked.
I love Washington, dude.
Yeah.
Washington.
Jeremy Spokane.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, Jeremy Spokane. That's the lyric. Jeremy Spokane.
Salmon again.
All right, you're almost there.
The necklace shatters and Violet falls down the stairs to her death. Joy is initially stunned, but she calmly exits the mansion with a newfound confidence and a brief smile
God damn, I'm stun locked.
and leaves to start a new life
Chainsaw guy's gonna get me. 'Cause I
elsewhere.
can't fucking get up.
God damn. Ada variant on Mercenaries.
Uh-huh.
Trying to S++ that.
You are now?
I'm working my way through on Krauser now.
Uh-huh.
But that Ada variant with the fucking explosive crossbow.
Yeah.
The fucking... not even the reload speed, but the speed between like pistol, shotgun, and that fucking crossbow.
Uh-huh.
The Super Salvadors on that dock. Did you play that?
I didn't play a ton of the Mercenaries. I know I played through all of them at least like once.
So
just to get the achievement or whatever. But yeah, I can't remember her specific level layout.
Yeah. Well, it's the fourth of the 3 arenas is the docks.
Uh-huh.
And in that one, you get to 25 kills. You get a Super Salvador. You get not a Berserker, but you know what I'm talking about. At 50, you get a Warhead at like 100, and then you get 2 Super Salvadors at like 125.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't fucking react to explosives. They have to be shot. It's fucking brutal.
Damn.
I probably played that 150 times to get S++.
Did you ever... You never went back and got 2, did you? RE2 remake?
Yeah.
The one where you're like... Where you're Leon in the... Well... Did you do the bonus thing for that? Which was like the hunk level?
Yeah.
I was watching speed runs of that again, and I was like, damn, I forgot how fucking crazy that... Because it's like you route through the entire map of like RE2 in 10 minutes or whatever. You know, it's like you do the entire sewer up to RPD.
Hunk's a fucking badass, dude.
Yeah. Well, and then I got sucked into like, you know, some guy had a 25-minute video that was like, who is Hunk exactly? And I was like, oh God, like, the Umbrella Corporation in 1971 was founded by... Like, the guy goes through all the lore.
I love those fucking things. Though. That's the YouTube shit that'll put me to sleep, man.
Yeah.
That and I'm into this thing called I forget the name of the channel, but it does like worst disasters in history, and it's just ASMR of guys talking about like this ship had 114 babies on it.
Oh, damn. Brutal.
And I'm out.
Yeah. There's this one on YouTube, a guy called, I think his channel is like Summoning Salt.
Okay.
But he'll do histories of speed runs. So he'll start at like, and the videos are like, I mean, they're at least an hour most of the time. More closer to 2. But he'll go through like, and that's, like, he does these little charts of like, let's say the first speed run was 56 minutes, and he'll like chart you through these incremental, like it went from 56 to 55.58 or what, you know, and it's like, and then he's like, and then all of a sudden, and you see like it dropped down to 36 minutes. And it's like, that's when they found the backdoor strat. It's like, oh fuck. Like,
Riveting.
yeah.
I like
they're
it.
pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Guys, J.R. Taylor from Entertainment Weekly said he gives this film a D+ rating and described it as a dim, bold remake of the flashy Drew Barrymore original.
Fair.
John Hardell of the Seattle Times also had a mixed review in June of 1997, writing, "The 1992 Drew Barrymore theatrical movie has inspired one of those erotic thriller video franchises that never ends."
Well, it does end. There's only 4.
McMartin said,
Dane, leave a comment
This guy
on his
had-
review.
This guy had no idea what was coming.
Mm-mm.
McMartin said, "It's a pointless sequel. It covers pretty much the same territory as the 2 previous."
Dane, leave a comment on that one too. 1 and 2 are not that similar.
Very different. In an interview, Jamie Presley said the original script she read only had 2 nude scenes, but after seeing her naked on set, the producers were so impressed with her body, they requested several more.
That producer was named me.
Jamie Presley confirmed in Playboy in 2008. That's the pictures of her from the second one. It was included in the 2011 horror films of the 90s, despite not being a horror movie.
I mean, I was pretty horrified when there was no girl on girl.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure we were getting that.
There's a part where they're kind of laying in bed, like...
They lean on it a little.
Well, they're laying in bed in a very... They're almost 60-90.
Mm-hmm.
And it was... I was wishing it was Chekhov 69. Then later in the movie, we would have got them.
Yeah. What are the Chekhovs in this? The pills?
Yeah. Chekhov's magic heart pill. Chekhov's little vial of cocaine.
But that's all we got, basically, for Poison Ivy, the new Seduction from 1997.
Yeah. It's a low energy turnout here.
I think we hashed it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hated it. I loved it.
I didn't hate it.
I hated it.
As soon as that fucking mime came on screen on 2, I was like, we're never going to hear the end of Kron not loving 2.
2's good, dude.
I know.
Well, as soon as Alyssa Milano got off that bus.
With all her 87 bags.
Wearing every article of clothing
Bones was like,
she'd
can I
ever
help you,
purchase.
man?
Oh, Alyssa Milano, and she's a pixie dream girl, and she's damaged and needs my help. And
I'm an artist.
she can trace my boner like a hand turkey. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Kron Howard. Do we want to rate it?
We've been rating these.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as 2. I don't know why people on our Discord, I mean, they were all kind of down on 2. They were like, we like 1 better. So I think, hey, you're going to like 3.
I agree.
This is basically 1 again with a hotter lady in it. So you're going to like it. I think they like these old man scenarios. I think these guys got a geriatric thing in the Discord.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you and I fancy ourselves as sexy motorcycle boys, and these guys relate to these old rich white fucks.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I think that's kind of what I'm figuring out as we're going through these. Dan included in that group. I don't know. I've still got the young, youthful zest for life. This movie was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't god awful. It does have some nice things to look at. Guys, I'm going to be a 2.5 on Poison Ivy 3, The New Seduction.
If only the listener could know how hangry he got tonight because he hadn't ate yet.
Hadn't eaten
But
anything all day.
Zest for life, yeah.
Well, I just needed a slice of za, dude.
It's not a joke. Dude had some crank to him. I think I gave first Poison Ivy a 2.5. Lily got full bump of a point, so a 3.5. I would say I enjoyed this more than the first one, but I think the first one is better. This, to me, is also a 2.5.
I think this is what 1 should have been. And I think that's why it's my favorite so far. We still got 1 more to go, so you never know. I think Violet is the best Poison Ivy out of all of them. And I think she could fuck up the other 2, even though one of them's her sister. This is a 3.0. This is the best one so far. I think I gave the other 2 a 2 and a 2.5. I don't fucking remember.
I don't know.
I know it wasn't a 3.
You haven't been taking your pills.
Yeah, dude, your heart's about to rip open.
It stopped. a long time ago. Because you killed it. You guys didn't like this movie.
I had fun sitting with my bros and riffing on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people have lived until they've watched a bad movie with Kron.
Thanks, buddy.
We've been doing it for over 4 years.
You've been doing it longer than that.
Yeah.
Well,
You've been watching bad movies with me?
we didn't record it.
Add a 1 onto the front of that 4, dude.
I've seen a lot of bad movies with you.
We paid $1,000 to rent this place in the Chuck just so we could watch Poison Ivy 3 with Kron.
Mm-hmm.
This was just a ruse.
We're in the loop. Okay? For the last fucking time.
We're in the CHAR, dude.
Kron, tell these fucking listeners what they're going to get next.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, we're not telling them?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think if they're astute enough, they'll know that it might be special.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I don't think we tell them personally. That's my vote.
Here's what I'll say. Come back next week. We'll still be in the CHAR. We got more live and in-person apps coming your way. Until then, turn your ball machine up to 100.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
rest in peace, Mrs. B.